Continuing our study of the Elder Elementals, I find it appropriate to move from the fiery bird, the phoenix, into the watery serpent, the Leviathan. Have you ever witnessed a tidal wave? A towering mass of water, hundreds of feet high and wide, crashing onto the shores with the force of a god's fist, crushing city walls into rubble, washing away whole farms and coastal fishing towns like filth from a barn. It was as if the very ocean was rising up to swallow the land and all that walk upon it. The Book of the Elder Elemental Eye describes the Leviathan as a towering wall of churning waters that drag whole armadas of ships into the depths and washes coastal settlements off the map. The churning, living waters that make up the form of the Leviathan twist to resemble a great serpent. Its eyes are deep black, resembling the waters where no sunlight reaches, and its maw filled with sharp, watery spears can sink the strongest of galleons. Its gargantuan form rivals that of the legendary krakens. It is the wrath of primordial waters given form. Like all elder elementals, this takes on the form of an animal. The phoenix is understandable for the element of fire. A great bird is useful for spreading flame far and wide on the wing. But a serpent for water doesn't seem too appropriate. Snakes can swim. Many snakes are incredibly good at swimming. But wouldn't a shark or a great whale be better for the elder elemental of water? If you wish to summon the Leviathan and change its physical form, you will be sorely disappointed. Elder elementals are too powerful to force them to take on whatever shape the summoner wishes. But you should still be satisfied with the Leviathan's cataclysmic combat abilities. Nowhere is safe from its watery form, as it can move its immense mass through any opening that is not watertight. Like all water elementals, it can control its own water pressure. All it has to do to destroy its foes is slam its immense, highly pressurized weight into them, turning them into pulp. Or, if it wishes, it can simply engulf an enemy, crushing them with its pressure or waiting for them to drown. Naturally, the Leviathan is most dangerous when in the water, for reasons that you might be surprised to learn. As the embodiment of raging primordial waters, this elder elemental can magically manipulate any source of water around it. Using this magical connection, it conjures an immense tidal wave as tall and thick as city walls. This tidal wave moves forward constantly at great speeds after it is summoned, crushing everything in its wake. Seeing as how this wave is powerful enough to carry away giants, the best strategy for most creatures is to get out of the way. Using teleportation magic, but if not that, then flying up and over the wave, or burrowing deep enough underground that you aren't swept away. The wave does slowly dissipate, becoming smaller and weaker the further it goes. Any creature trapped within the wave can technically swim through it, but the crushing force of the wave would make this difficult at best and fatal at worst. While the tidal wave is impressive enough, it is not the most sinister aspect of the Leviathan. You see, water elementals are completely invisible when they are in a body of water, because they are made of water. Only a well-trained eye can spy one moving through a lake or a river, and only those with a magical sense can find a water elemental hiding motionless in a body of water. They are practically invisible while not moving, and this also applies to the Leviathan. If it remains totally motionless within a large enough body of water, the Leviathan is nearly impossible to find without the aid of magic, making this elder elemental a force of cataclysmic destruction and ambush predator. Containment of this elder elemental would seem easier than that of a blazing phoenix or a storming serpent, but that is not the case. The waters that make up the serpentine form of the Leviathan are not just under immense pressure, they are also acidic. This is not too surprising. Water elementals are naturally apprehensive to all forms of life that are not their own. These elementals make their bodies physically acidic in order to dissolve any marine life that gets too close and is too stupid to leave the elemental alone. This is not done for a need of food or nutrients, as elementals do not require such things, but rather this is done out of a desire to remain pure. And seeing as how the Leviathan is far more voracious than your run-of-the-mill water elemental, it should come as no surprise that the acid of the Leviathan is extra potent. Simply touching its aqueous body can burn you, and being engulfed in it would likely be similar to being engulfed by a gelatinous cube, the acid of its body slowly dissolving your flesh. The acidic nature of the Leviathan's physical body is the only clue you can use for finding one in deep waters. Its extremely large body will dissolve any and all marine life around it, so if you see a large body of water that has no fish, crabs, clams, or even aquatic plants, the Leviathan likely slumbers there. The ritual of summoning a Leviathan requires a large body of water. An immense river, lake, or ocean will work. The ritual does not care if it is saltwater or freshwater, only that there is enough of it. A small stream or puddle or a bucket of water from a well will not do for summoning a Leviathan. During the summoning, those same waters will rush and expand like a flood the instant the Elder Elemental is summoned. This is not noticeable in the middle of an ocean, but it is much more conspicuous and destructive if done on rivers and lakes, as these are areas that humanoid creatures tend to settle. While this great elemental spirit can move outside of the water, it normally will not. Elementals are not evil by nature, and in the case of water elementals, they tend to stay within their element. A Leviathan will stay in the water and will likely only move if forced to, or if the currents change. Despite its incredible size and power, the Leviathan does have one major weakness: the cold. Like all water elementals, it can freeze. Any magic or item that can conjure snow, ice, or lower the temperature could partially freeze the Leviathan, making it lethargic and weak. However, freezing it completely in order to capture it is impossible. Any ice magic that could freeze something as large as the Leviathan would likely destroy the surrounding areas as well. Sadly, this Elder Elemental will not do for most wizards seeking to summon it for less destructive purposes. It has impressive strength, but its weakness to cold is too easy to exploit for clever wizards and adventurers. It could be kept in a cold, acid-proof space and used as a source of magical energy, but that role could be filled by summoning any elemental spirit. The best use for the Leviathan that I can find is in the use of making potions and magic items. Its essence can be used to make boots of water walking, potions of acid breath and acid resistance, or a potion of water breathing. However, if you find yourself besieging an immense castle or fortress, the Leviathan could take care of it in one fell swoop with its Tidal Wave, easily breaching the walls and washing away all defenders that are not protected. Thank you so much for watching, guys. On this channel, I put together narrative D&D lore videos regarding the lore of monsters, gods, characters, events, and places. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then hit that subscribe button and hit the like button so YouTube remembers I exist and that you never miss a video. I've got 2 more Elder Elementals to go through, the Zaratan and the Elder Tempest. The Zaratan is up next, so you should be seeing that video soon. I've also got 2 more videos planned for the future beyond the Elder Elementals. One on Mephistopheles, the Lord of the 8th layer of Hell, and one on Talos, the God of Destruction. So look forward to that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.